What's up, guys? My name is Justin. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back on iRacing for another round of PCC on ovals. We are back in 13th week Ridiculousness. This time we're driving the Toyota GR86 and we are at North Wilkesboro. I did some testing since I ran that Iowa race last week with Carl and kind of came up with 10 ovals that could be viable for PCC on oval if we ever get the opportunity or a chance to, or the community decides in that case that they want to. And this is one of them. So I was very excited to give this another try, give this a whirl. Decided to drive the GR86 just to get a little bit different feel. I felt like the Clio would be kind of hampered here a little bit, being front-wheel drive, long, tighter corners, progressive banking around here. Of course, this is the old Wilkesboro. We'll have a new Wilkesboro before too long. But regardless, we're going to see how this goes. Should be a lot of fun. We do have Matthias in here from K5. He is driving the Clio, unfortunately the only Clio. And we're going to have to battle Roy Palmer because he's way faster than I'm able to go. But good number of Mazdas, good number of 86s, good number of BMWs. So very excited. Hopefully it goes well. Hopefully it's fun. And hopefully it's an entertaining video. And we can learn a little bit more about what PCC on an oval might be like. So I have not made any changes from my GR86 kind of race set that I run everywhere when I race this car. The only exception being I dropped the fuel from like 8 gallons to like 5. So yeah, don't know how it's going to go, but we'll see. Hopefully it's fun. Hopefully it's interesting and entertaining, and I hope you enjoy it. So make sure you drop that like, sub down below if you're new. Greatly appreciate it so much. Very, very excited for this one. We do have one more Week 13 video after this, and again, I will be out of town most of this Week 1 here, which is why we're having these videos be pushed back from Week 13 into the first couple days of Week 1 of Season number 3. So one more Week 13 video tomorrow, then we'll get to Week 1 content and on to next week and so on into the regular season. So let's get on the grid. We'll get ready to rock and roll and hopefully have some fun and not die. At least not too hard. Alright, let's do it. Very excited. We'll see how this works out. 2600 SOF is not bad. Again, the 8 car in front of us, Roy, beat me by like 2/10 in Q. Very great lap. I was watching him in practice. He's not really doing anything too crazy. He is leaving it in 4th, it seems like, through the corners. Maybe that's better, maybe that's worse. I was using 3rd and downshifting and then upshifting on the straights. Don't know if that's better, worse, whatever. We got 25 laps to find out here. Hopefully it's interesting. Hopefully it's fun. Hopefully we can learn a little bit. So, again, all theoretical here, but we're just trying to gather data. Just trying to see what could happen as far as potential things for PCC in the future. Right now, of course, we are not allowed any oval tracks in the PCC schedule. I don't even know if the community would vote for such a thing. But it is a potential opportunity. Again, I'd be in support of it like a once-a-year thing, every season 4 or something, every season 1, whatever. Once a year would be fine. I think any more frequently than that would be a mistake and would probably be too much. But 1 a year wouldn't be too bad out of 52 weeks if we had 1 week of ovals. So this was a track that I thought could be viable. It's got some good braking zones for all 4 classes, decent like straightaway, pretty wide for multi-class interaction, but I didn't expect the BMWs to be, frankly, so slow. So yeah, gonna be crazy. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's fun. Again, hope you all enjoy it, but let's get to it. 25 laps will go by pretty quickly around here. The lap times are, what, 21 seconds so gonna be nice and quick. Let's see if we can have some fun and try to beat this 8 car. Let's get to it. This guy did not go anywhere. Not a whole lot I can do about that. Oh, he's going to just turn right across me. All right, interesting. We're good, though. We lived. I expect the draft to be quite strong here. Big ol' Haw-Yi sent from the 14 there, which was not to his advantage, I don't think. We're going to try to just stay up here on the top. I think keeping up the momentum and trying to roll this is going to be the way to go forwards. At least that's my theory. Matthias in the Clio is up behind us here. We are 3 wide up on the top, so we'll just kind of roll this top momentum. The Clio very, very fast, of course, in a straight line compared to the 86. Still got this 14 next to us on the bottom. Of course, I know from real life and some of my other oval driving around here that the top is very, very powerful around this North Wilkesboro racetrack, so not entirely surprised by this. Of course, the BMWs are going to be mega fast down the straight, but we do have to try to keep that in mind that they're going to dive every corner entry they can. If we can ever get them past us or around us, we should be okay to be able to go racing, but this guy is content to just not, instead of falling in behind or trying to get any rhythm going, he's just Haw-Yi sending every corner entry, which is fine. It's his right, but really not making any positive progress forwards, of course. I'm not going to give up my line or my race for him, so Be nice if he'd either just back out or hit me, of course. That sounds good. Oh, gotta love a guy that just runs in the back of you for no reason. Of course, without building an oval set here, we're going to have a really hard time getting through some of these corners. Tire wear is probably going to be a thing. This guy does not know what he's doing. I can say that with 100% certainty because he is just all over the place. He should clear us here, though, this time. Matthias as well, and the Clio will probably come past us. So, again, didn't do any oval tire pressure or suspension adjustments or anything like that. Didn't do any wing changes, so we'll see how the tires hang on. Again, 25 laps is not very long, but we'll see. Clio shouldn't corner as well as we do, of course, but Matthias is a very, very good driver. Seemingly that car corners a little better than I thought it would down on the bottom, so he's making good lap time down there. We've pulled away from Roy a little bit now. Not a ton. We've also kind of left the rest of the 86s back behind Roy there. It's about a second and a half, or not quite 2 seconds up to the third place 86, so all very interesting. Learning a lot though, learning that top lane, good for preservation, good for keeping momentum up and keeping good lap time, but doesn't seem to necessarily be the fastest way around here, so we're learning, we're getting there, we're trying to learn some of this, how this may work. Finally get to the bottom for seemingly the first time in this whole race. I think if we could ever get a nice rhythm and get strung out a little bit, we could start to pull away from the Clio. The Clio just does struggle a little bit with rotation, of course, being front wheel drive. I'm also not driving my best, but it may be that on an oval like this, Matthias is indeed still faster, so Clio might be in good hands. I don't know if he's run any laps prior to that Q lap, which is why maybe he was a little bit further down the order, but we're making decent lap time here. We've pulled about 1.5 seconds back to Roy now. That was my best lap of the session. 20.7. I think our Q lap was a 5 or so. So it's all good. All in the name of science. All in the name of learning. It is good fun. I like the idea of this experiment and thinking things through and trying stuff. So it's all very interesting. Matthias going to give us a little bit of a push down the front stretch. Again, he's racing in a class of 1, so I'm sure he's just here having a good time. And again, I feel like we've pretty much put a good gap back to the 8 car. I really don't want to fight Matthias here, of course. We're just gonna cost each other time. But you know, he's gonna still have to make a pass, which he should be able to do, I would think, if he can get a couple good corners together. That car, even with front wheel drive, exceptionally fast, accelerating on a straight line. So if he can ever link some good corners together or get to my right rear, if he ever got to the top lane, I think he'd be in good shape. But we'll just keep running up here. So this does show you can have some nice, interesting class interactions. Of course, the tricky thing about this track would be seemingly the BMWs, until they get kind of spread out and get some tire time to get up to speed, they're not that much faster than the Clios or the 86s around here. So yeah, maybe it would be scary for interactions as far as those guys coming past all of us. Maybe it would not, I don't know. But so far it seems like it's balanced out fairly well. But I'm enjoying it. We're already up to halfway here. Nice quick race, of course. Only going to take us about, I don't know, what, 9-10 minutes, something like that. Do 25 laps around here, which is plenty. Can't remember how long Iowa was. I think Iowa was 25 laps as well. But, of course, that's a little bit longer of a track, a couple seconds longer. So, again, maybe this track would be a little bit too short, not quite long enough straightaways to get some nice class spread and separation that the BMW needs to make lap time. But who knows? Again, this would all be hypothetical, up in the air. We'd have to do, obviously, lots more testing as a PCC rep community and the community at large, and then figure out what the best choice would be if there was one. Try to get to the outside of the pink Mazda here. All I really did there was burn the fronts off and plow my balls off there. That was not very, very slick by my part. Now we'll try to get to the outside of the Mazda again, carry some momentum up in this kind of third groove. Very wide track, and again, a lot of different lanes that can work, so it is quite fun to drive around here. But again, not sure if it's the best option for PCC of the available ovals. Have a lot of options. Like I said, I put together 10 tracks that I thought were pretty well suited to this. A couple of them were free, being Legacy Phoenix and USA. And again, more testing would have to be done as far as multi-class interactions, how the cars would tangle with each other, as far as if it's wide enough, and a lot more testing would need to be done. It was just a very preliminary list because we're not anywhere near having a PCC oval on the schedule. So I was just bored the other day and figured I'd put some of that together. But yeah, let me know if you've run any PCC oval during week 13. Of course, by the time you see this, week 13 will be over and we'll be on the week 1. If you did run any PCC oval, let me know what you thought of it, if you enjoyed it, if it was fun, if you think it could be cool as a once-a-year thing in officials, or if it was like, hell no, never, it was a disaster, cluster, don't ever do that, whatever you do, I will unsub. Those are kind of the two opinions I get. Kind of a like, hey, you know, novel concept, once a year type of thing could be cool. And on the opposite end of it, it's like, hell no, never, absolutely not. Why would you suggest such a thing, you idiot? Those are the two responses I've gotten so far. So, again, I think it's viable. I think it's interesting. I think it'd be a cool, weird quirk, not unlike any other oval series visiting a unique road course. I know that obviously NASCAR is famous for that, but occasionally like Silver Crowns or the Modifieds or I'm trying to think of another car. I don't even know, like 87s. Occasionally they'll go to a road course, you know, and that's obviously different than kind of their main point on the sim. Obviously PCC being a multi-class oval series, or a road series, excuse me, but sometimes something interesting or different or just kind of quirky and unique is a good thing. It's not always bad to do something different, so I don't want to dismiss it 100%, but we'll just have to wait and see at some point. So 10 car Kurt there coming by us. He is the 6th place BMW. I'd assume the BMW leader's not too far behind, but 4 seconds back at least, back to the Mazda leader, and we got 4 laps to go. So I don't know what happened to Roy in the 8 car there. He seems to have had some issues, or was on the wrong set, or got wrecked, or something happened, but he's obviously fallen quite a ways back. So we've pretty much had our way once we got rolling and got some space and got by him. So I've had a lot of fun with this. We got 3 laps to go now. I feel bad. I think I've just held up Matthias this entire time. I think I've just been in the way the entire race. But again, thankfully, I don't feel too bad. He's not racing anybody directly. He's the only Clio in here, and I hope he's still having fun getting the race with me and understanding that I'd give him racing room and respect and have a good battle without just intentionally wrecking the both of us, which seems to have happened a couple times this week as well. So popsicle sticks, 2 laps to go. I'm having fun with this. Again, upon further testing, it might be a little bit too tight and short, but you know, I'm going to keep it on my theoretical list just for the sake of it. Matthias with the big dive to the inside in the turn 3 will give him a couple lanes there. I've definitely worn out the tires. 1 to go. Credit One Bank. Sponsor me, please, so that I can pay iRacing enough money to make this a thing. Good race, everyone.
Thanks, all right, good.
All right. 1 more set of corners here. We'll go defensive to the inside.
Nice little grip this fun chasing you down.
He's going to try to get a little run off the last corner, but we'll take it. Get by Kurt, who has given up, I suppose. And we will take the 86 win. So that was quite fun. Different, interesting. Oh, hello, sir. Hi. Anyways, we made it. We lived. Nice 0x. Nice fun race. We'll send a nice little message to Matthias there. Head on into pit lane. That was good fun. I really enjoyed that. So nice fun little race. Nice interesting race. Something different. We will go check out the results shortly. Let's see how everybody did as far as incidents. 2x for Matthias. Not sure if that was a wall hit or what. Looks like Roy did still run 2nd place, but he was about 5.5 seconds back. The only other 86 on the lead lap. So not sure what happened to him there, but that is okay. We'll go look at some of the laps in a little while. I'll do that later, but for now, let's go check out the results real quick. Again, not that they matter for anything, but just for the sake of knowledge. No lead changes, so the guy that started on the pole led the whole thing, won by 2 seconds. Looks like it was a pretty good race up front, certainly an interesting race. We take the 86 class pretty handily, and that was quite fun. A couple cars behind me there, Matthias and Timothy, both accomplished oval racers based on the iRatings, and a lot of 1 and 2Ks there. Kyle, another 3K, so that was fun. I enjoyed that. I hope you did as well, and definitely something I would be open to doing again or more of in the future. So that's going to be it for me. I appreciate you so much, each and every one of you. Very thankful to have had this great opportunity to record some good races during week 13, and I've had a lot of fun with it. So I hope you've enjoyed as well. That's going to be it for me. Till next time, as always, bye.